Well, this entertainment mecca opened back in 2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity north of 100K, and we are pushing that today at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
They'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a
big pickup of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Well, it's complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Touchdown! Tucker Kraft, 45 yards. And the Packers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Brendan McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On play action, Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
The first carry down. This is Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at that nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey, kill! What do you think?
To throw is Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they go back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Off the draw, here's Williams. Beautiful finish. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd
Prescott to throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Then we're going to 53.
Prescott to throw on fourth. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 21-yard
Yeah,
line.
here we go.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
47.
To the air again, Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott from the gun. He'll try and do this himself. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
46.
4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They can convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Okay, break. Striker. Check striker. Set. Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Tackled at the 25-yard
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of plays.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
on the play.
Ready, set.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Set. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they get out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Oh, trying to throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Down. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green.
Now Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's second back at the 36. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Throwing. Love. And that will be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash. This from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And now off to the races down the right side. Into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Brendan McManus to kick off for
a 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and when they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 4.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
Prescott.
First down.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, that is incomplete.
Intended for
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, Their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The former third overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Ready. What sticky? Green. Red. Yellow. Set. Go.
Here's Love. Now he'll take this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Taken down at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Wilson with a 1st down carry. And the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Down.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now McManus for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Packers 21, Cowboys nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
When you get any type of points on the board, what count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something something you mentioned in the NFL, and this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 65 yards. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
The Cowboys will
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Cowboys 8.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They're going to find his man, Kraft. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Here we go. Six blue, 32. Set.
Play fake. Here's Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the fourth. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Cowboys 8. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Will line up for the
Prescott.
conversion.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Cowboys.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Maybe they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go now.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Switch, yellow. Here we go, set. Black 40. Check, huh?
He's going to get it again. He's looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Down. 45. White. Hut, hut.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
On the double.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
50. Green. Set.
To throw now. Here's Love. He'll try to do it himself. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the first.
A gain of 10 yards.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
It's a gain of 10. First down,
Come on,
Packers.
60 red. 60 red. Ready, ready.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout,
It's a pickup of
as the
3.
clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.